everyone, welcome back to Lise Loves Paper. This is Elise and I'm here today with an art journal page, a very quick one for me. This came from an idea I had. I just wanted to try it and see what happened, see if it turned out the way I had it in my head. So this page already had a little bit of gesso scraped over it, not a lot, and you can see that I had chosen 3 distress ink colors. I showed you the colors at the beginning if you want to pause and see what they are, and I'm just scraping them over the page. I was banking on the fact that these are water soluble, and you'll see that my idea was to kind of throw these all over the page as you're watching me do to get this linear effect, but then splattering some water on there, trying to get a little bit of this water droplet-y goodness amongst these more linear lines, and it didn't really quite turn out like I wanted to. I could have tried a spray bottle, I think, but that would have given me bigger spots than I wanted. But hey, that's what art is. It's trying things and seeing what works and what doesn't. So I'm still happy with how this page turned out regardless. You can see now I'm going in with some water just to kind of mess with some areas a little bit more because my original idea didn't work. So I'm just pivoting. I'm still really happy. I love these 3 colors together and how they play. I love the way that you can kind of see the vertical and horizontal streaks on the page and how it plays with the text in the background and the white. So overall, I'm really pleased so far. So now I'm just going back in and taking off some excess water. I had some puddles there that I was not happy with, so I was just taking those off before I dry it, and shortly I will dry it off camera for you with a heat tool. But first, just making that a lot easier on myself. And now we're messing a little bit more. I wanted some more movement, some more watercolor goodness there. Now we're dry. So this collection I bought, I think it's from Primo Marketing. It is beautiful, and I bought it with the express purpose of art journaling with it. And so here I went in and pulled out the butterflies in the sets. I got 2 ephemera packs, so these are from both of the ephemera packs. And then I got that Wild as the Wind piece, and I don't know if you can tell, but it has this iridescent effect to it, and it's really, really pretty. And then I pulled out those wilds to kind of add to the title there, so that's like the main focus of my piece. And I played around with the placement of the butterflies, and I'm happy with that. So using some wet glue to stick them down. So I haven't noticed yet, but the ink is still wet in several places, and it's on my fingers, and I'm starting to get it on some of these butterflies. You can see it on the back of the butterflies as I lift them up. Now I've realized, oh, I've got some on my fingers, so I've got to be careful pressing these down. But clearly I'm not careful enough, as you will see here in a second. It's not terrible, but I really am not happy that I had a smudge. You can see it now on that Wild as the Wind part at the bottom. I'll notice it here and I'll show you up close, and I'll show you how I try and fix it. So see here, we have a little bit of blue ink. So because it's water soluble, I went in with just a clean paintbrush with some water and tried to rub off what I could, and it worked pretty well. You can still see it's there if you look closely, but overall I'm happy with how that fixed my problem. So did you see that effect there? It's beautiful in person. This collection is just gorgeous. So if you do scrapbooking or art journaling, I would highly recommend you check it out. It's just gorgeous, and the stamps are pretty too. Trying to press it down without using my smudgy fingers, getting my fingers messy in the process. So now I wanted some more white on this page. I think I've talked before how I don't love cream, and so I was trying to bring more white in. There's white in the butterflies, white in that Wild as the Wind piece. So I wanted some more white. I realized still not dry. This is hours later. So I put down a paper towel under my hand as I'm doing these little dots so that I don't transfer any more ink where I don't want it. So I'm just putting some little decorative dots around the butterflies. My Posca pen here, for some reason, it goes on and it looks opaque, and then when I come back later, it is less opaque, so I don't know what's going on. I have I have shaken it a lot off camera before I did this, So hopefully that's not the issue. I don't know if I just got a dud because when I first started using it, it was fine. But if you have any tips or ideas, let me know. Otherwise, I might just have to try getting a new one and see if that helps. So I thought these little dots would be a fun way to bring some white in and just a little bit of detail because I've realized that when I look at things that I enjoy, what I like is simplicity. And so I was aiming here for a simpler page. I didn't want to kind of overdo it and do too much. So here I was just adding a little bit of detail, hopefully not too much, to strike that happy balance. Gonna add a little bit to the sky over there. I did play with the idea of putting dots around the circle, the wild is the wind circle, or some sort of detail there, but I felt in the end that it stood out just enough on its own. Over here, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but my Posca actually ended up picking up some of the blue ink, and so these actual dots and lines that I drew over here turned out a little more light blue than white. So I wasn't happy with the Posca pen. I wanted some more white, so I figured I would try this Stabilo All and throwing some lines in there, but as you can see or not see, they didn't really show up either. I might as well have not done it, but you know, it's all a little bit of texture added in there. So if all else fails, add some white splats. And that's what I'm doing here. I think that's the Dilutions brand white ink spray. I'm having the same issue with that as the Posca, so if you have any ideas, let me know there. But I believe this is just about the end. Let me know what you think. Will you try this? Overall, it was a really quick and easy page to put together, so I hope you will give this a try. Thanks for tuning in. There's a finished product. Have a great day. Bye.